After arriving in New York, I got a hotel room. I damn near gave my kid sister Phoebe a buzz. But I was too afraid my parents would answer, and then they'd find out I was in New York and kicked out of Pensy and all. I decided to go get a cab ride instead. After I was riding a while, the cab driver and I sort of struck up a conversation. His name was Horowitz. Anyway, I thought maybe he might know about the ducks.
Hey Horowitz, you ever pass by the lagoon in Central Park? Where the ducks are? You know.
Yeah, what about it?
Well, you know, the ducks that swim around in it in the springtime and all. Do you happen to know where they go in the winter time? I mean, does somebody come around in a truck or something and take them away? Or do they fly away by themselves, go south or something?
How the hell should I know? How the hell should I know a stupid thing like that? They don't go no place. They stay right where they are, the fish, right in the goddamn lake.
No, the fish? That's different. I'm talking about the ducks. What do? The fish and all. You know, when the whole little lake's a solid block of ice, people skating on it and all.
They stay right where they are, for Christ's sake.
They can't just ignore the ice. They can't just ignore it.
They get frozen right in one position for the whole winter.
Oh.
I let it drop.
If you was a fish, Mother Nature'd take care of you, wouldn't she? Right. You don't think them fish just die when, the lake freezes over, do ya?
No, but...
You're goddamn right they don't.
And then he drove off like a bat out of hell. I returned to the hotel. I had paid for a prostitute to come back to my room. Once Sunny got there, I just talked to her and paid her anyway. After Sunny left, I felt so depressed, so I started talking out loud to Allie.
Go home, Allie. Go home and get your bike and we'll go to Bobby Fallon's house.
One day, Bobby and I were going over to the lake on our bikes. We were bringing lunches and BB guns and all. We were just kids, but I wouldn't let Allie go with us. And every time I get depressed, I think of that, and I tell him to go get his bike to come with us. I get very depressed thinking about it anyway. Soon I heard a knock at the door. Sunny and Maurice, her boss, were back, asking for more money. Then he smacked me. I didn't even try to get out of the way or duck or anything. All I felt was this terrific punch in my stomach. I wasn't knocked out or anything, though, because I remember looking up from the floor and seeing them both go out the door and shut it. Only this time, I thought I was dying. I really did. I thought I was drowning or something. The trouble was, I could hardly breathe. When I did finally get up, I had to go to the bathroom, and I was all doubled up and holding on to my stomach and all. But I'm crazy. I swear to God I am. About halfway to the bathroom, I sort of started pretending I had a bullet in my guts. That next morning, I went to get something to eat. While I was eating my eggs, these two nuns with suitcases and all came in and sat down next to me at the counter. We sort of struck up a conversation. They had those straw baskets that you see nuns and Salvation Army babes collecting dough with around Christmas time. They let me give them $10 as a contribution. They kept asking me if I was sure I could afford it and all. After they left, I started feeling sorry that I'd only given them $10 for their collection. Goddamn money. It always ends up making you blue as hell. It wasn't as cold as it was the day before, but the sun still wasn't out. This family that you could tell just came out of some church were walking right in front of me. They looked sort of poor. The father and his wife were just walking along, talking, not paying any attention to their kid. But the kid was swell. He was walking in the street instead of on the sidewalk, but right next to the curb. He was making out like he was walking a very straight line, the way kids do, and the whole time he kept singing and humming. I got up closer so I could hear what he was singing. He was singing that song, If a Body Catch a Body Comin' Through the Rye. He had a pretty little voice, too. He was just singing for the hell of it, you could tell. The cars zoomed by, brakes screeched all over the place. His parents paid no attention to him. And he kept on walking next to the curb and singing, "If a body catch a body coming through the rye." It made me feel better. It made me feel not so depressed anymore. And after that, I went on my date with Sally. And after our date, we went to this restaurant at the skating rink. Hey Sally, did you ever get fed up? I mean, do you like school at all?
It's a terrific bore.
I mean, do you hate it? I know it's a terrific bore, but do you really hate it?
Well, I don't exactly hate it. You always have to.
Well, I hate it. I really hate it. And it isn't just that. I hate living in New York. All these phony guys and always being yelled at. It's enough.
Don't shout, please.
And you want to know something? You're probably the only reason why I'm in New York right now. Or anywhere. If it weren't for you, I'd be off in the goddamn woods or something. You're the only reason I'm anywhere, practically.
You're sweet.
Well, you ought to go to a boys' school one day, because it's all full of phonies, and all you have to do is be smart enough to buy a goddamn Cadillac one day, and all the phonies stick together, and all they talk about is liquor and drugs and sex. And if you even try to have a little intelligent conversation...
Now listen, lots of boys get more out of school than that.
I agree. Some of them do, but that's exactly my goddamn point. I don't. I'm in lousy shape. I don't get anything out of it. I'm in bad shape, Sally.
You certainly are.
I've got a terrific idea. How would you like to get the hell out of here? We could go to a cabin in the woods, and we could chop our own wood in the wintertime, and we could get married. Would you? Would you? Can we?
You can't just do something like that.
Why not? Why the hell not?
Stop screaming at me, please.
Why can't you? Why not?
Because we can't. We're children, practically. And did you ever stop to think what you would do when you couldn't get a job when your money ran out? We'd starve to death.
I'd get a job. Don't you worry about that. What's the matter? You don't want to go with me?
It isn't that. It isn't that at all. We'll have oodles of time to do all those things. All those things.
No, we wouldn't. It'd be entirely different. We wouldn't have oodles of time to do all of those things.
What? I can't hear you. One minute you scream at me and the next minute you...
No, it wouldn't be the same at all. Open your ears. There wouldn't be marvelous places to go to after college. It'd be entirely different.
Maybe I don't see what you mean. Maybe you don't either.
Come on, let's just get out of here. You give me a royal pain in the ass if you want to know the truth. No, Sally, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was just kidding. Come on, I'll take you home. I'll take you home. It'll be fine. Come on, let's go.
I can go home by myself. Thank you. You think I'd let you take me home? No boy ever said that to me in my life.
Ha! Swear to God, I'm a madman.